Thank you for attending this presentation of the Snap Creator framework. Today we're going to discuss the metadata volume parameter in Snap Creator 4.1. By default, Snap Creator takes snapshots on all volumes listed in a configuration. The typical workflow is that we run the quiesce action, putting a database into a consistent state. We then take a snapshot copy, and once it's complete, we run the unquiesce action, which puts the database back into normal operating mode. However, some applications or databases have archive logs or similar data that should only be captured after the unquiesce action has completed. This is because data is written to these locations while a database is in a consistent state. For recovery purposes, we need to be sure that the data within these directories is complete. The metadata volume parameter was created for this purpose. Volumes listed as metadata volumes will have a second snapshot taken after the unquiesce action. Snap Creator's Oracle and Domino plugins use this feature, but it could be used for any application or database that has this need. The parameter is not available in the GUI. Let's take a look at how you set up the metadata volume parameter. I'm logged into the Snap Creator Framework GUI, and I have selected my configuration file that I've created in an earlier video. By clicking the Volumes tab, I can see that this configuration is taking snapshots of Domino change info, Domino transaction, and Domino data volumes. However, the DOM change info volume is where Domino stores its information while Domino is in a backup mode. Therefore, we should not snapshot that volume at the same time as the others. What we need to do is tell Snap Creator that the DOM change info volume is a metadata volume. At this time, this option is not available in the GUI. We have to edit the configuration file using a text editor. To keep things simple, in this environment, my Domino server, my agent, and my Snap Creator server are all on the same system. So I need to browse to the location where Snap Creator is installed. Program Files, NetApp, Snap Creator Framework, SC Server 4.1, Engine, Configs, and Domino. This is where my configuration file is located. To edit it in Windows, simply double-click. When looking at a configuration file through the text editor, you should notice that there's a lot of documentation regarding what all the different parameters are. The easiest way to navigate is to search. The first several results were descriptions. But here's the parameter that I'm actually looking for. It is important to note that the metadata volume must also be present in the volumes path, and the syntax is the same. For me, this makes it really easy. I simply copy and paste my Nantes DOM change info into the metadata volume parameter and save my changes. But I do want to reiterate, anything within metadata volumes must also be within volumes. Once you've saved your changes, close your text editor, and on the Snap Creator GUI, be sure to reload your configuration file so that the GUI has the most up-to-date changes. Now we'll take Actions and Backup and select our daily policy. Scrolling through the logs, look for the section titled Application Unquiesce Finished Successfully. The whole goal of this is to make sure that we're taking a snapshot copy after the unquiesce action has completed. Underneath that, you'll notice a new section titled Creating Metadata Snapshot Copy. The end result here is that Snap Creator continues to take a snapshot of all 3 volumes specified within the configuration file. 2 volumes have snapshot taken while Domino is in backup mode. The 3rd volume has its snapshot taken after the backup mode has completed. That completes this presentation of the metadata volume parameter in Snap Creator 4.1. For additional information about Snap Creator, visit the Snap Creator developers community at www.snapcreator.com or visit the Snap Creator forum on NetApp communities at www.netapp.com/snapcreator.